Ladies and gentlemen, this is part 2. Gorgeous George Show Unmasking of piss4400 part 2. Let's read the description here. Go scrolling down here. It says, newbie troll gets unmasked for trolling on the internet. 192 views. Ain't that a bitch? While the first video had 300 some views. Alright. I'm going to enhance this and we're going to start.
I'm going to do another video here. Now, you're asking yourself, who is this mask guy right
Who is that?
here? Well, I'm not going to say much about it. I'm going to say that this was dropped in my lap.
Dropped in your lap. Yes, by Fupsy, Danny. She dropped that on your lap.
This is no other than Jeremy Warren.
Yeah, that is me,
Jeremy
dipshit.
Warren is...
Anyway, since you have a hard time grabbing the fact that Danny trolled you, let me show you the real me. And while George tried to wrap his head around that, let's continue with that video, with this video.
AKA piss4400.
Woo!
This character right here sounds like, if you listen to his videos, he sounds like he's about in his 60s.
Are you saying, are you meaning, do I look like I'm in my 60s as opposed to sounding younger than what I look? Or no, let me reiterate that. Are you saying, do I look older than what I sound as opposed to sounding older than what I look, or whatever?
And I guess maybe it's a hard life he's had.
A lot of people have hard lives and they don't have voices different. Some of them... you're so materialistically ignorant, George. It's not even funny.
Or, I don't know.
Somewhat it is, but some of it is sad.
But anyway, this guy came up on the scene here recently, or about maybe a few months ago.
It wasn't a few months ago, dipshit. It was like 6 months ago, back in September.
Projecting himself as a fan.
I never was a fan of any of your crony shows. I liked the video responses you gave to trolls, that I believed every word of it until I found out it was all a lie. And when I found out it was all a lie, I just wasn't a fan of none of your videos. But I never was a fan of your show at all. I don't know why. Well, George, you're a pathetic son of a bitch. You like to lie just to make comebacks. Why don't you grow some nuts and make truth? The only truth you told me was the phone calls. That's it. Just about.
The fan of the show, or fan of what I do. So we went ahead, and he reached out to me. I don't know. The guy's kind of peculiar. I don't know.
You don't remember why I reached out to you? Your private investigation services? Wow, you got a bad memory for a guy that's about in his mid 40s and early 50s. You haven't even reached 70 or 80, dude.
Wasn't much about the guy, but Fagala Brennan.
Here we go again. I thought we had that settled in video 1.
Recruited this guy. Mm-hmm. Recruited him to become a troll. And lo and behold, this is...
and he's going to keep mentioning it because you see, the more you mention something that's true, the more it's going to project to you that is the truth.
Unmasked. One Jeremy Warren.
And this is my real self in person. Wow, dipshit.
Doesn't sound like who he is. I mean, I'm not a guy to judge another man in his looks. I mean,
yes, you are. You judge a lot of people. First, you did quite a few videos on Leighton Nam Triola, and that's the next guy I'm gonna cover. And then you did some other shit. So yeah, you're a guy that do a lot of judging. Judge. You're a judgmental penal idiot.
the guy looks like he's an artsy fartsy kind of. I mean,
artsy fartsy. Only somebody like George can use something to do with farts and poops.
Kind of, I don't know, kind of young, but doesn't really sound like who he is. But believe me, the guy is mentally ill.
Oh yeah, like you for instance. Kinda like you.
Um, and that picture dropped in my lap. And this guy has been in the mix of trolling me and trolling.
Oh, those are the videos that Danny removed recently. Okay. Well, just so you know, Danny, I still got some of those videos.
Me and coming up with different things and whatnot. Now, the one female troll
Oh no. Why?
that I will
And I think I know why he's mentioning her, because she's the one that actually sent that phony photo to him. He actually contacted her to find out about me, and all she did was send a photo of a phony guy to him saying that is me.
not
That's all he. That's all she did, and then after that, she didn't want nothing to do with him.
speak bad of, and I will not talk bad about her because
Of course not. And let me say something: if she was a slut that lived in the area and was like taking low payments, I'm sure you wouldn't mind having her on your show.
I actually like her. She did some. She trolled me before and
Probably is a slut, but I don't know. I'm not one to judge something I don't know of.
made some comments about me before and whatnot. And I have had private dialogue with her.
Yes, you gave yourself away.
And I have nothing against the woman. I have, and that's Miss Danny. I have nothing against Danny at all.
It's Danny.
I tell you the truth, I actually like her. I think she's
And if she wasn't pretty, you wouldn't be saying any of this shit at all. I mean, you're so much of a hypocrite. You talk about this David Taylor's woman that she broke up with him and talked about her being a wildebeest. Now, because of someone prettier than this, whatever the fuck this David Taylor has, you're gonna speak nice of only because of looks. You are such a materialistic minded individual, George. That might explain also the narcissistic tendencies as well.
talented. I think she's got a great voice and she sings. And
She sings, and if she lives in the area, which she lives in Illinois, you would, probably had her on your show if she lived in your state.
I have no hard feelings toward her.
And I have no hard feelings toward her either. Um, Despite the ignorance that she doesn't understand me, and despite the fact that I understood her, I don't have no hard feelings towards her either.
But this troll was the one that has been.
Let's just admit it. The only reason why I'm a troll because you don't like someone that does opinions other than someone that agrees with you.
Googly-eyed over her.
I wouldn't say googly-eyed. I was more interested in her personality because it depicts and projects a lot of things and suffering and personal struggles I dealt with in my life. It had nothing to do with women. It has nothing to do with really trying to make friends. It's to do with that, but all aspects of social interaction. Anywhere from dealing with your boss, anywhere from dealing with people stopping you like cops, anywhere from any and all kinds of scenarios. A Swiss Army knife, call it a Swiss Army knife, call it a universal remote if at best.
Talking and trying to pick her up on the internet.
Pick her up on the internet. How I'm gonna pick up somebody that off the internet that lives in Donors Grove, Illinois? George, you're full of it.
One Jeremy Warren. This is the same Jeremy Warren that has got a past.
Oh yes, you're gonna talk about videos I've done, and you're gonna twist them up and put a spin and say that I've done stuff. Oh, let's hear it.
Doing things in Maple Shade, New Jersey.
Oh yes, the Goodwill.
Lighting up fires and Goodwills.
George, if you knew that I did that, you and I would very much know, and even you with the common sense that you produce, even or is a little more intelligent to understand that if I ever did that, I would not be here. I would be in jail. I would be in prison for about 5 or 6 years. I would not be here. And the place would literally be condemned if I did that. And I would be probably banned from every goodwill in the state.
And stalking and harassing different women before.
Show me records that I stalk and harass women on the internet, because there isn't. The only thing that you have picked up is some videos I made from my channel and figured I'll get some dialogue and create lies.
And stalking and harassing a woman named Caitlin that
I love that.
works at the Kmart nearby in his town of New Jersey, Maple Shade, New Jersey.
Okay, Kmart is not in Maple Shade, it's in Morristown, New Jersey, which is right close to Maple Shade Township. Also, let me say that Caitlin was someone that I mentioned as an example to a video response I did to Leighton Harmon in regards to learning how to approach anyone that interests you without coming off as weird or creep. And I used a real person as an example. I talked about a woman named Caitlin, and I used that as an example, and you picked up on it and decided to make it look like that I was harassing someone named Caitlin when when this woman doesn't know nothing about me. She doesn't even really, I don't think she even knows my name. We've seen each other a lot because I am a frequent shopper at Kmart, but she doesn't know nothing about me. And why would a person that I so-called, you claim that I stalked, say hello to me not long ago when I was in Kmart? Boy, there's some lies going on here.
He made some comments directed toward Danny and made some comments directed toward her.
I'm surprised you didn't say much about that, because she was half trolling me to teach me about the internet, and then somewhat was playing with me at the same time. And I'm surprised you didn't pick up to that and glorify that, because you like to glorify disadvantages of other people.
And it's just kind of bizarre. And I had asked you, I said, listen, this is,
That's how you got that photo of me, because she trolled you on the internet, which I will give her credit on there. She did a good job, because and ladies and gentlemen, that's how he was motivated to make a video about me, piss4400, because of that picture that he received from Danny.
This guy is kind of like trying to pick you up or something. So, she came out and said some things to him. And
Danny told me that she trolled you on Facebook to try to have a little fun and for the best interest of me. And she kind of, I don't know what the hell's wrong with this woman. I think she got some kind of mental problem. She thinks that I make a big deal out of this guy putting a phony picture of me. I actually find this whole shit funny. But women have always been complex since the beginning of mankind and time. When Adam and Eve began, we all know about the conflict. Always been a conflict between the male and the female. Every other person has been alright, but this daddy one was a challenge. Not in a negative way, I'm speaking in a positive way, so to speak.
They had a little dialogue. I don't really care much more about that. But the unmasked character that we're trying to talk about right now is this character right here.
There's some few favorite parts here I like to add.
This guy is the stalker. This guy is the...
Okay, if I stalk you, I would know a lot more about you.
Charles Manson Jr., if you will.
Charles Manson Jr. That's why she trolled you, because she figured, okay, the avatar is Charles Manson, so I'll find someone similar to the kind of facial look that Charles Manson had, and she did a good job trolling you, and you were too stupid to realize that was a troll picture.
And
I
yeah.
love this shit. I love it.
And this is the guy that's been trolling me. This is the guy that the faggot Brennan has been rubbing dongs.
Okay, you mentioned Sean about, boy, between the last video you mentioned about 3 times, so that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 or 7, almost 6 or 7 times, man. What in the world is wrong with you? If this is about me, why don't you mention me? Don't mention him. This is about the unmasking of me.
With. And this right.
And everything with Sean, I noticed, is penises and dongs, which is the same as penises. But, you know, you get the gist.
Right here. What we got going on right here? Half shaped circle. This.
I like how he stops and pauses the videos and make people look a certain way so he can just do his little small commentation of his unrealistic lies that he's projecting to people that no one gives a two shits about.
This trips me out right here. The motherfucker gives him a response, dedicated response, half-faced vision right here.
The half-faced vision was probably just looking at me straight in the eye, cohesiveness.
And we're gonna this motherfucker right here gives him his love in a video.
Like he got some kind of bruise on his upper nose or forehead area. I don't know what the hell. Like some rash or something.
Video half-faced. I wonder if there was full-faced, what would happen? Anyway.
I saw his full face in that video, and it ain't nothing more but just a chat.
More about this faggot coming up later. But it's just amazing to me how...
it's amazing to me that you were so stupid.
Yeah, how this guy just got exposed for the mental disabled troll that he is. Keep messing with me, motherfucker, and you're going to wish you never did.
You know what? I don't care. I'm holding my middle finger right now. You don't see it. Because I don't care what you do. You see, my life is a piece of shit, and I ain't got nothing to lose. So do whatever the fuck you want, you faggot.
Because I'm going to get into your real world very soon.
And it might be the other way around too, faggot.
Jeremy Warren.
George Alexander Yarrett.
Back the fuck off.
Back the fuck off from flagging my videos. You fucking twat. Alright, that's it for the review of video 2. I'm piss4400. And this is the unmasking of me. And thank you for watching. Bye now. Woo!